Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Hair's Life and Journey. If you are new here, I'm Hera and I make videos about my life, my hobbies, my journey, and anything I find interesting. We're going to do our weekly planning for the upcoming week of November, the first week of November, November 3rd. So let's go ahead. I am so sorry if my tone is a bit weird, odd, or different from usual. I'm going through it, so we're just gonna go ahead and get this done because no matter what we're going through, we need to plan for the week and get things done anyways. Um, okay, I think I made a little checklist so that I know what I need to do. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna start with our monthly and then I'll go over everything else later. Where can I put this? I think right there is fine. Okay, starting with our monthly. So we've got our Hobonichi. Whoa, forgot everything I was gonna say. We got our Hobonichi monthly avec here. So I did move some stuff around. This was supposed to be Ube's vet appointment, but her vet is off these 2 weeks, so I moved it to the 24th and I moved up my dentist appointment. So let's go ahead and get our. All right, I had to refocus it and fix it and stuff, but it should be better now. But I have a dentist appointment on the 3rd at 4:30. What do I want to use? Let's just use this. How's everyone doing? I hope your week is going better than mine. All right, and that is for my mouth guard so that I can go ahead and get it fitted to make sure it doesn't fall off while I'm sleeping. Aside from that, nothing that different from for this week. We have a few bills due, so let's go ahead and update our weeks. So we have two tasks. Well, really just one, but it's a pretty big task to clean up. So I need to update the monthly first. Right here. So we're gonna move this. This little chick is so cute. I didn't have what do you call this? I didn't have any turkey stickers, so ended up using this chick one. Now the issue is where am I gonna put this? Let's just put it here. Okay, there you go. All right, 3rd to the 9th. 3rd is the dentist appointment. Since this is the one I bring on the go, the weeks, I gotta make sure everything's aligned. Dentist. Okay, got the bill due and bill. And that is it for that monthly. I'm currently in, I have my period, so I actually haven't worked out. So that's one way to start the week. I'm filming this on Saturday the 1st, by the way. So hopefully once I feel a bit better, I'll work out. Okay, now that the monthly is done, let's go and set up our weeks. I'm changing the order of how I do things. Usually I start with the deco, but I might do the deco at the end so I don't feel rushed and just get all of the planning out of the way. So we're gonna scooch this for now so I can set this up. I'm experimenting with the formats I'm using for my weeks and my avec. So if you see some slight changes, that's why. Um, okay, starting with our habits, like always, we've got no spend habit. And this is the Twisby Diamond 580 in clear. I don't know what that is, but it is with Pilot Hiroshizuku Oman Winter ink, which is like a blue, dark blue, depending on the paper and how long the ink has been there. So we got no spend, got vacuum, exercise, curiosity, and tread. So update on tread. It seems to be working, but my skin seems to be really sensitive to it, so it's really dry. And my dermatologist suggested I try adapalene, which is, I think, a gentler version of tread. They do the same thing, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll do it separately. I was thinking whether I should just combine them, but I will put them separately. Right. Let's see. Planning ahead, I will use a pencil. So I'm going to vacuum tomorrow. So let's do Tuesday and Friday and then again on Sunday. And then exercise. Let's see, I'm still on my period, so it's probably going to finish around Wednesday. So let's do exercise on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's the plan. Tread, I did yesterday, and I'll see if I'll do it on Sunday. So if that's the case, let's do Tuesday, Friday, and then Sunday. So hair care, I just did one yesterday, so I'll probably do one on Monday. And then Thursday, and then maybe Sunday. No, let's just do 2 times a week. I don't want to do it too much. All right, so that's it for the habits. And then we have to look at our priorities. So let me grab this. So last week I actually did pretty good. I am After I film this, I'll be done with this YouTube task thing. So let's do the chore we have, which is clean sink counter and then packaging area. So I have a lot of clutter there, so that needs to be cleaned. And should I put laundry as well? I'll just put that, even though I might do it tomorrow, just in case I don't do it tomorrow. Home clothes, and now that it's getting colder, I need to wash sweaters. Let's see. Of course, the YouTube test. I made some last minute changes to the 2026 lineup. So, finalize 2026 planners and journals. So I can go ahead and film any videos related to that. All right, that should be it for those. Now I need to look at the task menu to see if there's anything I need to do. I should do more sales stuff. I sold some, but I need to do more. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I should do buy online necessities. And then, so that's like the air purifier filter, humidifier filter that I didn't have a budget for in October, so I should buy in November because, yeah, it wasn't part of this list. So there's that. And then I'll do generate sales. Okay, that looks good. I don't want to add too much since I have been going through it. I don't want to overwhelm myself and then end up not completing many, and then I'll just be more sad about that. So let's do this side. And I have that bleed through, which I'm going to cover up. That wasn't the paper's fault. That's because I left the nib of the, what do you call that? Of the fountain pen too long. So, dentist at 4:30. But before let's see. So I used the stencil this week, but I don't know how I feel about it. So I might look at other options. But for now, we are gonna use it. This is the Hobonichi stencil, and the thing with this stencil is it's a bit hard to make sure the pen nib or pen point fits. So I'm using this Uniball Signal DX, and this is the 0.28 to make sure that it fits through the stencil. Ow, I just stabbed myself. And if it comes out weird, oopsie. I feel like I'm way too concentrated on this. Alright, okay, that kind of looked weird. I might look to see if there are stamps for this. Okay. Sometimes I have to go back to make sure it's okay, and then you'll get some marks. Also gotta wait for the gel to dry. Isn't it so funny? I have this star rating to see how the day was or rate my day, and it's all just gonna be 1 stars. Well, the goal is for it to not be a 1 star, but it's actually why is it that when I'm filming the video it seems like it's much easier than it actually is, but when I do this when I'm not filming it takes me so long because I make mistakes and it comes out ugly. I feel like the video is just there to prove me wrong. Let it dry. Like, I just want to do it all at once while I'm doing the setup so I don't have to worry about it throughout the week when I get busy. So, I'll probably need to get more of this. I just found this um, in like an old pencil bucket, so I'll probably have to get more of this because it's actually really nice. It's very thin, and since my handwriting's pretty small, it works for me. Plus, It works with this stencil really well. Ooh, okay. I moved the stencil tiny slight bit. All right. So that's all of today's reading stars that we need to set up for the next week. Now we're gonna set up our appointments, and that's going to be dentist on Monday. Okay. We've got a bill due on the 5th, and then another bill due on the 8th. Okay. That's it. I'm going to do symptoms here like always. I'll just do a quick setup because sometimes I forget to put AM or PM, and then I don't know if I wrote in chronological order or not. I like putting this because sometimes I wake up with something and it stays the entire day, but sometimes I don't. So it's a good way for me to keep track. All right, there's that. Okay, that's it for our weeks this week. Now we're gonna move on to our weeklies. So I think I mentioned starting last week. I think I mentioned starting last week that I've been experimenting with things. So I've been trying out what to do with this. So this wasn't really working. It was kind of useless. I didn't really look at it. Um, so I'm thinking of using it as like a task dashboard where there's like multiple categories per day or like for each section of it. So we're gonna try that for this upcoming week. And I do have some really old kits from way back when. This is like from 2020, 2021 from Simply Gilded, Coffee Monsters, and Sticker Guru. Sticker Guru is no longer um, selling stuff. They closed down, so I just want to use whatever I have. And let's see, let's go through this. I think because I have the most of Sticker Guru, I want to use theirs. See how we should use this. Let me have, looks like I used most of the washi tape stuff. So, okay. Let me get a washi to match this. All right. I'm gonna cover the dates because we don't need those dates. It's not gonna fully cover it, but it's enough. This is where the decorating part of it comes along. Looks good there. And this is from Simply Gilded. It was when I did their subscription boxes way long ago. I'm sorry if I'm too quiet and I'm not talking much. And just really focused. Okay. Now that's covered. So I mentioned categories. So I think we're going to try this. We're going to use these big boxes as like main categories. Oh, these are really old, so I actually don't know. Okay, they're pretty good. They don't match the size of the Hobonichi weeks perfectly. This was when I was still using like a ring bullet journal type, so I didn't really care about the size. So we're going to do this. And well, maybe I should move it right in the middle. Yeah, I should move right in the middle. Okay. So it'll be like this. What else? I should probably, oh, well now I can't. That wasn't so smart of me. Let's move this. I think we're gonna do this. So it'll be all three of this for whatever category. And then these two and these two. Let me get another washi. This is also from Simply Gilded that I got way long ago. And we're just going to use this as like a little divider. Simply Gilded has the prettiest washies, especially if you like glitter and shiny things. They also do themed ones. I just accumulated so much. I don't really need more until I use everything up. So that's why I'm not getting any of their new ones, but they're very cute. So, oh wait, why did I put it right there? I'm done. It's okay, this is the first time I'm really setting this up, so we're learning. Okay, right in the middle, and then one more of those big boxes. Let's do this one. I can get it out. Okay, there you go. I like to remove some stickiness so that if I make a mistake, it is okay. good enough. All right. And then what are we going to put here? Should we put one of these? I don't know what it's going to be for, but let's see. It's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What can we use that for? Let's put it here. And I will think of something for it. I just want to see how it would fit. Okay, it barely fits. Almost doesn't. Okay, I'll think of something for that. So now we need to look at this. So this big category, I would actually put this as content. Sometimes I have things to do for content that is indirectly related, and I don't put in the content planner because the content planner is more on what schedule it is and like what in the video posting or creation process it is. Sometimes I have ideas that I just need to write down, so that's what I'm gonna use this for. And I'm using Muji click point at 0.5, so it'll be content, and I'll put YouTube and Ko-fi here. And then let's do, what are the other categories? Personal, and then we'll do personal here. Sometimes I have things I need to write, and then we'll do miscellaneous on the last one. So it's basically a big task dashboard. So if there's anything throughout the week that comes up that I think of, I can list it here before I do it on that day or before I put it on my dailies, and we'll see. Okay, we'll see if we'll end up referring back to this. Either way, it's a good way for me to experiment it now and then use up all of these old kits that I have that are very cute. Don't get me wrong, I really like them, but they don't fit the Hobonichi perfectly, and I don't want to, I guess, in a way, use it because it bulks everything up too much, but I do want to use it up. So there's that weekly. Now we have to set up our journal. I'm excited to see. Hopefully this works out. That way I have, a few creative pages for next year when I do my weeklies. We're good with this one. And now we need to do our deco. I just said that and I literally did not register what I said. All right, deco. Ooh, I can turn off my brain. Again, I said I've been going through it, so I'm just all over the place. I'm just gonna deco. So where is my clip there? Again, we're trying to use up all that we have. These are a bunch of stickers, and these are like washi stickers. It's like birthday stickers. Let's use this one, the donut one. This is Kanahe. Yeah, let's do this one. Just gonna have a bunch of glittery snacks and sweets, which, you know what? You can't be angry with that. There's like a puppy chef or patisserie. This is actually really cute. Pretty happy with this choice. Okay. It's really cute. I approve of this very much. Okay. Got a cupcake over here. With a donut over here. Some milk. Let's do some cookies actually. Let me just see if I can move the donut. Move the donut down. That there, that here. Okay. I know it seems like I don't have space for actual journaling, but don't worry because I actually use the back pages if I need more. So it's not like I really do run out. Oh, that's the same. That here. These are cute. Very cute. I approve. Okay, I just have these two. So you can put it here. And this one can be right here. Nope, never mind, not there. Put it right here. Okay, there you go. You set up all of that sticker, and we did our journal deco for the week. And this is getting chunky as we're approaching the end of the year, so I'm very excited about that. But thank you so much for tuning in. I am sorry if I'm a bit low energy. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you have an amazing day. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Have an amazing day. Bye.